Century. Curriculum book has about 60 pages in it. How many knife defenses are in here?
Skihara.
One.
Skihara.
One knife defense is in this book of rich knowledge from 9 traditions, 1,000 years. The reason there's one technique in here, and even that technique is by no means foolproof. It makes me nervous to even teach it, to say this is one knife technique, which is a way to take control of the weapon when they stab you. I'm not even confident enough to put more than one in this book, which I believe in fully. So keeping it real, no technique is foolproof against a knife. It is the scariest, in my opinion, of all the weapons. Scarier than a sword, because a sword's bigger, slower. Scary still, because it's always changing. So if I show you a technique, Skihara, who knows it? Most of you know it. Yeah. If I'm deploying my knife and he doesn't have one, and he does Skihara, so I'm coming in with this typical slow, dumb stab here. He can hit and move in and take control, right? That's one of the ways, again. But if I'm here and I do this and I come in here, he's dead. Or I go here, he hits and I do this and stab him here, dead. Or, maimed, right? I go here and I rearrange this way and come in, stab him again 2 times, dead. So Skihara, right out the window. But Mr. Norcross is in the book. Yeah, but the chances of it succeeding are very low. So know that this is a scary weapon, and you should have your blood pressure going up when this is deployed or even pops out. Even to read it on the website, knife train, ooh, that's scary. I want to go, but I'm scared. Now, most people would say, typical cocky American, my knife defense is a gun and distance. I don't need that martial art junk. I have my Glock 19. But how long does it take to get your Glock 19 out from your waist holder?
19 paces.
A lot. It's very slow when you think about it, unless you practice. So a gun and distance is not guaranteed you're going to survive in a knife fight. It takes roughly 1.5 seconds for someone to deploy a gun out of a holster and shoot you with at least one on center mass. These are statistics I didn't make up, they're all police statistics. And there's something called the 21-foot rule, which is about controlling distance. The 21-foot rule is more of a legal thing than a martial art thing. But what it says in law, if I'm not mistaken, is that if the police officer is within 21 feet of someone with a knife, he or she is in the danger zone. They can be killed. If the police officer has their gun in a holster, and if it's a snap holster, it's even slower, 2.5 seconds versus 1.5. And can I borrow you? Go roughly 20 feet from me. Just step on the wood. That's maybe about 20 feet, I'd say. Somewhere around there. This is the danger zone if he has a knife and I have a gun. By the time he runs at me with his blade, I better get that thing out. And what's to say I'm going to hit him? What if I get my gun out and I drop it? Or I shoot him but it misses? Or I hit him in the shoulder? You think a bullet's going to stop some freak on drugs? No. So if I can't get 2 shots center mass, he's going to continue to stab at me and get me. Chances are, and a lot of police officers sadly aren't taught, many are, how to get offline. So what they do is they get their pistol out here, but they stay online, so he's running in. Some smart agencies teach angling and changing the angle of distancing and circling. But my point is that is not a safe distance. And they say under 10 feet, you're a dead man. From here to Ray, if he has a knife, and when I say go, you gotta rush me. Go! Before I even blink, I'm dead. I'm dead. So So don't always cockily think that a gun's going to make you, it won't. It won't. So you see how scary that is. Not just him, the knife too. My chances go way down when he has a knife and I don't. So if I could run from Ray and control the distance by running, that is the best option in knife fighting. Wouldn't you agree? Run
Yes.
and live to see another day.
Yes.
But my back was to the wall and Ray was pressing me. Can you come in slowly? Where do I go? My choices are left and right. Perhaps run in and engage him, but so my environment changes the technique. See where we're going with all this? I'm so limited right now with what I can do with Ray. So I can't always run. Sometimes you can escape, use the environment, but it's not always possible. What if you're in a phone booth or you're in a car and someone pulls out a knife and you're in a car? Do you see where we're going? You see how I'm just killing you with all these realistic, cold, hard facts about knife fighting. And the more I've been teaching this for almost 40 years, and the more techniques in knife fighting I see, the more I get nervous about even teaching them, because I'm like, none of these work. Not our style, not the best knife fighters in the world. They should run. It is almost an unwinnable situation. Almost. If I can't run, I want to at least watch their hands, which is awareness. Assess where their hands are. There's a lot of footage out there of real knife fights, and you watch them on video. You can't tell who has the knife. You see two people like this, but you don't know who has what. And then one goes down, or they stay up for 2 minutes and they've been slashed, whatever. But if I see, if you hide the knife, watching where Ray's hands are will give me some assessment. Can you start more casual, like I don't want to know you're going to attack me. Yeah, so he's got it right there, yeah. That's scary. Arms behind the back, looking for a weapon. Now, he took a step right there, so I'm assessing distance. If I don't, just stay, but he took a left foot, one step, I should immediately take 2 or 3. I don't want him near me, not within 10 feet. Because I don't know what he has behind his back. So we are good at this martial art at assessing distance. Now, I can't see Ray's hands, so I don't have awareness of his weapons. Quite possible. If you can't go anywhere and he's gonna attack, our only real option is to try to control the knife. Kick, maintain distance, run, use the environment. So say that I'm over here and Ray's here. I'm going to use you, Ray, as an example.
Yes, sir.
I have a wall between us now. I just amped my odds huge. Maybe another 10%. And I have an escape route, which is the back door, which is 13 feet from me right now. It's my only escape. Can't go that way. If I run around this wall and Ray's here, he's going to intercept and kill me. Now, if you're a police officer, that's why they say police officers use the environment. Get a table between you, a chair, distance, their car. If I was a police officer, I would have plenty of time to get that gun out with that wall. But who has the luxury of this in a real fight? As a knifist, killer, whatever, you don't want an obstacle here.
No, sir.
You want to do it at the time when I'm most vulnerable. So if I don't know he's going to attack me and I'm standing here against this wall, I'm a dead man. Even with my training, probably. So if you look on the right, what's the point of training? Why are we here? If Mr. Norcross says we can't survive, why did I come in on Tuesday? I should have stayed home and watched television. He says we can't win. Yeah, but the good news is at the bottom. Some training is better than none. Don't ever forget that. Don't discount what you do. The more mat time you have, the odds of survival go up. You in here, all 23 of you right now, are getting experiential knowledge, not theoretical. You're not reading it in a book, you're not watching it, you're doing it. So the drill we just did, you had experiential knowledge versus a night. So don't discount your training. It is worth it. It's worth your life. Don't you want to live? I do. So if I can go from a complete nothing on the street that knows nothing and is going to die to someone who might have a 20% chance of living with a knife fight, I'll take that. Any day. Remember, the bullet only goes the direction of the barrel, but a knife can go any direction. If Ray, pretend that's a gun, so just change that. That's a gun. At least I know the bullet is going to go this way. But with a knife, look at all these directions. I'm in big trouble. So I don't mean to discourage you and be like a naysayer. I just want to keep it real, okay? I have to keep it real. I've been around some of the finest masters in the world from all over the world. And every time they show a knife technique, half of the time I'm like, that would not work on the street. You agree? Who's been in other martial arts and agrees with me? I hope, because it's true.
Guiding the knife in. I've seen them all.
Yeah. So give me a Michael Myers stab, and we think you're going to get one of these off in a knife fight? Never. Never. Unless he's completely drunk or something. Now, if you have a knife versus a knife, you have a good chance. But still, you have to train a lot to know how to use it and angle and stuff. Without a knife, so let's review. What's our best option? If I don't have a knife, what should I do? Run's best. If I can't run, what should I do secondarily?
Use the environment.
Use the environment.
Distance.
Distance. Don't get close. If you are forced to fight, glue the knife to your body. You have to control it against him or you. Even if it's as rudimentary as a stab comes in, and I do this and hold for my life. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. And know that you're going to get stabbed in a knife fight. If you swim, you're going to get wet. If you're in a knife fight, you're going to get stabbed. But I hope not to be stabbed to end my life. And I don't mean to say this around youth, but it's okay if they hear this. This is real. Any questions on what I'm talking about on the board there? Because this is serious stuff. No questions at all. Okay, let's go into another drill. Drilling for skill, but none of these are foolproof and 100%. You ready?